Hi guys, welcome to this week's crypto news with me, Adnan Arif, on your favorite crypto channel, Crypto Adnan. Last week we started doing this segment live, and there was a lot of nerves, a lot of nerves. I hope you guys can hear me and see me. Oops, properly. Definitely, there was it was a learning curve for all of us here. And we quickly went back to the drawing board, learned from our mistakes from last week. Obviously, it was just something that I've been wanting to do for a really long time, especially talk about like crypto news and eventually build up to a point where I could almost go live every day. So it's definitely a step in the right direction. And thank you so much for always supporting me, guys. Love the love that I get across all the social platforms. And last week, as I said, there was a lot of nerves, a lot of things that was supposed to happen, but I didn't do it. Like a simple thing, like a screen share that just didn't happen for whatever reason. So this week we've gone and give it some of that Crypto Adnan love, So definitely, again, I do appreciate all your comments. So if you have any feedback, do let me know in the comments below of how I can make this show a lot more better for you. And guys, I'm super excited. I've got that little bit of a taste of going live on YouTube, and then I just like, you know what, we got to do this again, and we got to do it better, and we got to give more value, and that's exactly what we're going to do now. All right, guys, so what we've done is I've gone back and built a proper agenda on how I would like to take these shows going forward. And wait a second, you see my background? It's coming through. I'm super excited, like to get the studio also ready. Coming back to what we've built as an agenda. So we would start these lives with just going by and looking at the crypto market over the last week. What are the top 10 coins doing? What are the top 100 coins doing in terms of who are the top gainers and top losers? And what is the information or news around these coins that have dictated their price movements? And moving after that on, we will be looking at throughout the week what news has come out that has actually dictated quite a lot of the market, and it's actually affect you and me on a day-to-day basis. So having said that, let's move to, oh wait, forgot to show you guys the agenda. So for today, for today we got the market watch, as I mentioned, top gainer, top loser. We're talking about the interest rate hike, which came out earlier this week or a couple of days ago. And I think it was yesterday. Yes, Cardano went through a hard fork. And what's happening with Ethereum. There's a lot of news about Ethereum. And just, XRP, my bad. And just have a look at Ethereum after the merge, like now that it's been a week, things have kind of like calmed down in the media. Let's go and look at Ethereum. All right, so get started with this. Sorry guys, I might be a little slow in switching the graphics, but give me a second. So let's get started with the market watch. Oh, there I am. Damn. Okay. So to get started with the market watch, just let's have a look at how many cryptocurrencies are out there right now. Just one second. I just want to see if. Okay, I think we're doing the right thing. Okay. So if you see here at the top, we have 21,000 cryptocurrencies. Again, like honestly, they're probably only going to be about 2 to 300 actual cryptocurrencies in the long term. But yeah, so currently we got, don't kill me guys, currently we got about 21,000 cryptocurrencies out there, 517 exchanges. Market cap, it's dropped quite a bit in just like the past 1 hour. So market cap has dropped down to $917 billion. If you look at the market cap real quick, let me just reload this because obviously, and I'm just going to jump in and see if the recording's going on well. Okay, yeah, all right. So looking at this for the last 7 days, the market cap has dropped down quite a bit from about 956 billion, 57 billion, all the way down to 916 billion right now. That's quite a bit of a drop. Obviously, there was a lot related to the interest rate hike that came up with the Fed coming down with a 75 basis point hike. More on that later on in the show. So there's been a lot of volatility because of that in the market. Bitcoin has gone dipped down as well. We'll come to that price point as well. Moving on from this thing, the 24-hour volume is about 7% of the total market cap, which is not bad at all. And looking at the Bitcoin dominance of 39, let's have a look at that as well real quick. What is that? Here. Okay, Bitcoin's dominance has not really moved that much. 39%, 39.44, down to 38.89. It is a big drop off as well. Prices have dropped down quite a bit, Bitcoin, in the last 7 days. We'll come to that as well. Ethereum, though, very interesting one. Let's see what's happened since like the merge. So 39.44% and all the way down to 38.8. Oh, sorry, my bad. I'm reading Bitcoins. Sorry, 18.51%, all the way down to 16.95. Wow, that is 1.5% down. Whew. Our miners taking their profits right now. I wouldn't actually if they were, but again, we'll find out. All right. So sorry, let's move to this. Let's just see what's happened in the market. Yeah, over the past 7 days, the top 10 coins. Bitcoin's right now at 18,600, down 5.14% in the last 7 days. Ethereum down to 1,283, down 11.40%. That's we have USDT in top 3, USDC 4. That's not a surprise. BNB number 5, XRP 45.14%. I could have sworn it was at 50% not too long ago, just like about in the last 1 hour. But definitely XRP, like I'm so happy. They're such a strong project. There's a whole segment in the show on XRP, as you can see in the agenda right here. I'm still getting used to this angle that we would say. Okay, I'm in the screen share, so it doesn't really matter. Okay, so moving on. We have Binance USD. Okay, doing well. Cardano down 2.03%. Not still in a decent range. Cardano, not too bad. Obviously, the major upgrade that happened with the Basel hard fork, or Basel hard fork, however you pronounce it. Sorry, missed one. Solana, there you go. It's down 2.79%. It's still in a pretty decent range, like the $28 to $33 range. That's like how the Bitcoin range right now is, anywhere from 17,000 to 22,000. And finally, we have Baby Doge coming in at number 10, up by 1.33 2.38% from the last 7 days, up by 2.55% in the last 24 hours. Yeah, Doge was not in the top 10, guys. This has just happened very recently, very recently. We see Polkadot is about $7 billion market cap, and we have Doge at $8 billion market cap. So it's not too far away, guys, at all. I just hope everything is streaming real quick. Let me just have a look. Okay, connection is good. Everything is good. All right, cool. So what we're going to do now is have a look at the top gainers. So the top gainers for this week, let's have a look. No surprises there. Oh, why are the prices fluctuating between my screens? Let me just reload this real quick. Okay, now we got updated once. All right, so XRP we have at XRP we have at 45.51%. No surprises there. XRP has been doing really good. Like, it's the reason, one of the reasons why XRP has actually been pumping is because of, I'm just putting out XRP's chart here. One of the reasons why it's been pumping is because there's a lot of speculation that the SEC case against XRP is baseless. I mean, we kind of knew this for the longest time. So it feels like it's a classic case of an organization or federal organization like trying to overreach its jurisdiction. Typical things. There's again more on XRP coming up, so just hold tight. But wow, look at that, 33 cents all the way up to 55 cents it had gone up to. My oh my, XRP is doing fantastically well. I love it. Definitely XRP didn't really reach its complete potential because of this case in the last bull run. Case has actually held it back quite a bit, but a lot of positive signs for XRP nonetheless. I just want to say that because the price has pumped by 50% almost, it might be a good time to take some profits, because again, understand that we are in the bear market, so there's a lot of renewed hope for XRP in this bear market, which is a very positive thing, but I don't see that being sustained until and unless we're in a bull market. So definitely I would advise anybody right now to take quite a bit of profits, because I do think that the price will retrace back to the 30 cents range. Up next, we have Chiliz. I have a love-hate relationship with Chiliz, but that's only because I love it because of what the project is, but I hate it because of my average price. So I'm just going to have a look at my average buy-in price as well at the same time. Okay. Oh, okay. We're not too far away. All right. So with Chiliz, it has had about 30% increase. My oh my, in the last week. Love it. 20 points all the way up. Wow. So Chiliz, if you don't know what Chiliz is actually a blockchain provider for sport and entertainment for the sport and entertainment industry. It operates this website called, or fan token cryptocurrency platform called Socios, which is a very good platform, guys. And it aims, fan tokens that are cryptocurrencies are aimed at giving sports fans exclusive membership perks, or voting rights on teams' decisions, or merchandise rewards, or access to NFTs, or access to actual sporting events. So which is pretty cool. Like, if you're like a solid diehard fan of a pretty sporting club or a football club or whatever club, you can get rewarded easily, and that's what Chili's does by issuing these fan tokens in collaboration with these companies, with these organizations. So I think this is a pump because of Chili's announcing a deal with FC Barcelona. I mean, that did happen quite some time back, but obviously there's a lot of information, a lot of news that actually dictates the price action. Definitely, this is a positive thing. I bought Chili's in at when it was, I think, 50 cents. Let's just have a look at its all-time high real quick. Yeah, 89. I had bought it about 50 or 55 cents, if I remember clearly. And yeah, my average price is just sitting at 0.27. So very good to see that my DCA strategy might just start paying off for Chili's after being in the red for quite some time. But nonetheless, super bullish on this. Another thing that I just came to my mind right now, if you come back and see the top coins that have performed this week, you have XRP, Chili's, Algorand, all solid, massive projects. ApeCoin as well, doing very well for the ape community, Bored Ape community, Stellar Lumens, XLM. If I'm not mistaken, I'm just going to real quick check this. Yes, I think I am right here. So these coins, XRP, Chili's, Algorand, and Stellar, are a part of the ISO 222, pronounced of 20022. 222, and it's basically an international standard for exchanging electronic messages between financial institutions. So basically what SWIFT does right now is it sends electronic message from one central bank or one bank to another country's central bank or another bank to do the transaction, and that's basically how the money is moved. It's not actually physical money moving at that time. It might happen at a later time. So that's what SWIFT does, and that's why so these companies, these 3-4 coins that I just mentioned, are a part of the ISO 222. Again, if I'm not mistaken, pretty sure. Okay. Yeah. Looking pretty bullish. I'm pretty bullish on XRP, Chili's, and Algorand. Algorand's also partnered up with FIFA to do for the 2022 World Cup, and they're going to be providing NFTs, fan memorabilia, and like different. I don't know what are the different types of memorabilia that they are going to be sharing, but it's all going to be on the blockchain, Algorand's blockchain. And yeah, pretty awesome news. So good to see all these companies doing deals and like actually progressing in a bear market. And these are the currencies that we should be looking out at, not the ones that have been hush under like not doing anything. Definitely there are some companies, don't get me wrong, there are definitely some companies that are doing great things with keeping it as with not going to the media as much. But what this kind of news goes on to say is there is a need for this adoption, and people are realizing how this adoption is going to be beneficial in the long term. So that's pretty cool. All right, moving on. Let's have a look at the top losers for this week. You see what I did there with the love my team. All right. Ravencoin. Okay, Ravencoin's down 23.93%. Okay. That's surprising actually, because I genuinely thought Ravencoin would do Well, because Ethereum miners have moved from proof of work, since Ethereum moved from POW to POS, uh, there was quite a bit of in the community. People thought that miners would start moving to mine Raven coin as well, which is surprising. Maybe that's the reason why the prices dropped down. So Ravencoin, let's just bring that up real quick. Ravencoin is a digital currency created on a fork of the original cryptocurrency Bitcoin. Okay. So what this means, it means it uses the same technology as Bitcoin, but maybe with some different variations. And I think the most notable variation of Ravencoin is that its special algo, allows Ravencoin to be mined just by your normal standard computer that's there at your home, which is pretty cool, your average computer. So let's just have a quick look at this coin. And I'm also going to just quickly see if we have anything in the chat. Do we? Okay. All right, no problem. Just keep your comments coming below, and definitely I will attend to them. Okay, so Ravencoin, 7 days. Let's have a look at this. Load. Oh, my mic has a mind of its own. Okay, so it's gone down from 5 cents all the way down to 3 cents. Okay, that's I guess I would put my bet on the Ethereum miners moving over to Ravencoin, to be honest, because there is, I mean, that could explain the selling pressure that comes in. Yeah. That could explain that. All right, moving on. What do we have next in terms of? Sorry, trying to make this as good as possible. Okay, here we go. Ethereum Classic. Okay, Ethereum Classic is down 19.49%. So Ethereum Classic, guys, if you don't know what this is the OG Ethereum, or the OG Ethereum. And basically, I think it was in 2016. I need to come a little bit more prepared for this. Yes, I was right. In 2016, it had about $150 million in the protocol, and about $50 million got hacked. And at that point, the founders of Ethereum, Vitalik Buterin and Gavin Wood, favored a hard fork that would basically upgrade the Ethereum network and later render that network to become Ethereum Classic. And the one that we have right now, which is the number 2 cryptocurrency, Ethereum, is actually the second version. Maybe not a lot of people watching the stream or know this. So basically, just to make the trilemma of blockchain is security, decentralized, and scalability. So the security aspect was compromised in the initial years of Ethereum, and hence they broke away from that chain, made Ethereum, and the original chain then later on came to know as Ethereum Classic. And I think right now it still has its same use cases. Obviously, it's a smart contract platform, openless, permissionless, decentralized, really, it has the same fundamentals as Ethereum. That hasn't really changed when they did the hard fork in 2016. But Ethereum has obviously grown so much more bigger than Ethereum Classic in terms of the decentralized apps that are running on this network. So kudos to Ethereum. And right now, Ethereum Classic is, I think, really just being governed by its community. It's like almost like a DAO right now, or it is a DAO right now. Okay, so that was it for the market watch aspect. Now we're just going to dive into some of the news that has come out in this past week. So really, the next thing that we have is the interest rate hike. That the most dreaded thing for the month. So, where are we? Okay. Sorry. Yeah. Okay. Getting used to the clickety buttons. So yeah, so the September CPI came out reflecting August consumer price index inflation data, which came in at 8.3%, which was higher than what the people thought the consensus was, but lower than the previous two readings. So definitely that was a positive aspect. And then the Fed raised the interest rate by 0.75% or 75 basis points. And what it's looking like is that the interest rates are not going to stop unless they get to about 4%, which possibly will happen by the end of this year. There's a couple of things to keep in mind for that, but I just want to bring your attention onto this screen, which has come up right now. Yes, it has. Okay. According to its recent statement, the Fed's goal is to return inflation to 2%. During the pandemic, inflation hit close to 0%. Inflation quickly rose, hitting 5.4% 1 year ago and peaking at 9.1% in June this year. Even with the interest rates hike, inflation only dropped to 8.3% in August, as I just mentioned. So here's the thing, guys. There's a couple of things that we need to keep in mind. The next the next Fed meeting is, I think, where they're going to increase the interest rates is going to be happening on the 1st of November, if I'm not mistaken. That's about 6 weeks from now. And here's the thing. Right now, it's between 3.25%, and if they have to raise it to 4%, they might just do it. But here's one key factor that you need to keep in mind is in November are the midterm elections in the USA, and what that means is I don't know if they will do this interest rate hike because it might just not be good for the elections. So it's a close one to keep an eye out on. Definitely. A couple more things that I will share with you right now is moving in the right direction for the interest rates going up. Okay, Fed will tolerate a recession, and 5 things that we've learned from the press conference. This is on Market Watch, or one of the websites that I regularly read from. Okay, according to the Fed's forecast, the unemployment rate will rise to 4.4% next year. That's 0.7% higher than the current unemployment rate. So good and bad things about this, guys. Obviously, no one wants unemployment. Definitely, that's not a good thing. That means the economy can do much better. It's not doing that well. But as unemployment rises up, that means the measures that are taking place by the Fed to curb inflation is going in the right direction, because then companies will not have the kind of money to actually put in their budgets to employ people. And so that's what they're expecting a lot of companies to actually continue let going of people. And this is just a sign of a recession. So brace yourself, guys, for the next 16 to 18 months. Definitely, we're going to see a lot of sideways action. Next year is full of sideways action. I mean, don't hold me wrong if it goes up, but that's what I'm prepared for, and that's what I think you should be preparing yourselves for as well. So as an investor, it's going to be tough times. So brace yourself. Okay. And next up, this was quite interesting. While the Fed raised its terminal rate to 4.6% in 2023, no Fed officials forecast the rates would go above 5%. So what does this mean? This means basically the maximum that they're going to go up in terms of interest rates. And why is this important? Okay, so here's the thing. You know that if I deposit money in bank A, that bank then uses that funds as capital to lend to other people. Yeah, but they can only do so much because there's only that much money that people are deposited in their banks. So then they go to the central bank or the Federal Reserve in the US case, and borrow money. And when they borrow money, they're paying that exorbitant 3.25% interest rate on that. Now, obviously, the bank is not here to do charity and will give the people at the same rate. You can expect from a 3.25%, you can easily double it and say that's what the banks would give it out for. So 3.25, that's about 6.5%, which is not bad. It's okay. If it goes to 4%, that means you're paying 8% actually. And if it goes to what they're saying, the maximum that they would ever go to, which is 5%, oh my, oh my, oh my, 5%. That means you would be, if you would take a mortgage, you'd be probably paying between 8 to 10% interest rate per annum. That's ridiculous over 13 period of time, because that's a fixed interest rate that you probably are taking. Or if there's variable, yeah, but I don't see that big as a big movement for you. For big problem, I see that as a big problem. Sorry, my bad. I see that as a very big problem. So definitely something to keep an eye out on. If it goes there, a lot of things are going to happen, including the housing market crash. Yeah. So Powell said that the recent deceleration in home prices from the red hot market was a good thing because it brings prices more closely in line with rents and other fundamentals, which is fantastic. Fantastic. It's going to bring home prices back to where they are, what the actual value is, and not based on the inflation, which is really good. But here's one thing. With the inflation going up, oh, sorry, my bad. I'm taking that out. Yes, this is a very good thing. Very good thing for crypto. Sorry, my bad. What I wanted to talk about was the next point. So the last thing that I wanted to bring out from this article was there's a periodic chatter in financial markets that the Fed is getting close to selling off $2.7 trillion of mortgage-backed securities on its balance sheet. Now, this is where, if they do this, so what this means, first of all, okay. So basically, they have securities of $2.7 trillion, and they're saying that these securities, which is mortgage-backed securities, are very good securities. So they want to keep them and make money from them. Now, the day that they decide to sell this is when the housing bubble will crash, like the housing market will crash. And if the housing market crashes, we're going into another recession, guys. Brace yourself for it. Brace yourselves for it. Obviously, only God knows, and we need to see as to what Bitcoin will be doing. Okay. Okay. Moving on. Some good news from Bitcoinists. Bitcoin whales by $3.12 billion in Bitcoin in the last 24 hours as crypto braced for a Fed hike. Wow. Okay. Couple of things here, guys. Couple of things that I want to mention here is in the past 24 hours, more than 166,000 bitcoins have been transferred from cryptocurrencies exchanges to unknown wallets, according to Whale Alert. The total amount of all registered transactions exceeds 3.12 billion. This is a very good sign. Okay, whales are buying, but it's also very bearish in the for now. It's very, very bearish. This could also mean that we are at the dip, so just keep a close eye on this. Again, if we kind of break out, let me just pull out the Bitcoin chart because we're talking about Bitcoin now. So currently, I mean, obviously, we have a support and resistance currently playing out in this channel right now, between 17 to, I would say, 22, 23 maybe even. But if we break that, the next actual resistance is coming in at just under 30K. So that's the thing that I mean by keeping an eye out on this. As soon as we kind of break that out and wait for a confirmed breakout, that's when you know that you can start taking profits if you want to. Again, I don't see that happening for at least the next 4 months. The reason why I'm saying that is we're going to have sideways action for a really long time with Bitcoin, with cryptocurrencies. But I do think that the bottom is near in the next 4 months. So if the bottom does happen at, like, say, 14 or 15,000 or $17,000, you will see a sharp increment from there, almost immediately. And when I mean almost immediately, is a week or two, is almost immediately from an investor's perspective in cryptocurrencies, guys. All right, let's look at this other thing. Crypto-linked stocks rally as Fed announces another interest rate hike. Why I wanted to share this with you guys is the companies that have actually done well right here. Okay, so while cryptocurrency stocks grew on the additional interest rate, the top two cryptocurrencies by market cap, Bitcoin and Itsy Bitsy Bitcoin and Ethereum, also spiked after a not so good week. Bitcoin added 1% and ETH rose above 1%. This was in the short term time. The additions also reached crypto miners. That's good. The beneficiaries include Marathon Digital, Nasdaq company, Riot Blockchain, big win for the big. I'm bullish with Riot Games. Hut 8. But here's the thing. Additionally, Bitcoin backed from MicroStrategy and crypto exchange Coinbase each gained at least 3%. MicroStrategy also bought 300 Bitcoins, and Galaxy Digital also advanced about 5%. Guys, the reason I want to share this article with you is this last line. MicroStrategy, Michael Saylor, big whale in terms of Bitcoins and the crypto market. So you have to keep an eye out on what these companies are doing. JP Morgan guy, for example, see, I'm very bad with names. JP Morgan CEO, he did mention that there's been crypto is a big Ponzi scheme. And here's the thing, people say something and do something else completely. So if they're talking about crypto being like a Ponzi scheme, then why is JP Morgan offering crypto-backed securities to their customers? Obviously, not to the whole 100 cryptos that would be in your top 100 cryptocurrencies, but definitely they are providing this. They're also providing liquidity services. So why are you doing this and saying something else? So it's a very interesting thing. Definitely. Just going to reload this page, sorry. Definitely something to keep an eye out on. These guys do say something and do something else. So definitely watch what these massive companies like MicroStrategy, Coinbase, obviously, and Galaxy Digital are up to. Okay, one more article on the Fed Reserve rate. Okay, so the Federal Reserve third 75 basis point interest rate hike. What does this mean for you? What I wanted to bring your attention to is just read this out for you guys. So since most credit cards have a variable rate, there's a direct connection to the Fed's benchmark. As the federal funds rates rises, the prime rates drops, as well as your credit card rate follows suit within 1 to 2 billing cycles. Because you have a 52-day rollover period, and that needs to be funded by the bank. The bank might not have that capital or the short-term capital. That's when it goes to the Fed. And that's why your credit card interest rate is the highest, because short-term capital is the higher interest rates than long-term borrowing. Mortgage rates. This is what I was talking to you guys earlier. Adjustable rate mortgages and home equity lines of credit are also pegged to the prime rate, but 15 and 30-year mortgage rates are fixed and tied to treasury yields and the economy. So that's what I was talking about, these mortgage-backed securities that the Fed has of $2.7 trillion worth. Whew, yeah, so that's if they do sell that, that's going to signal a huge mortgage crash. That means there's no hope of coming back until we just sink and sink and sink. Auto loans should not be affected because they're fixed payments, or they should. Oh, even though their fixed payments are getting bigger because the price of all cars is rising along with interest rates on new loans. So if you're planning to buy a car, you have to shell more in the months ahead. Okay, cool. So prices are increasing, and based on that increase, you have to shell out more. And obviously, your paycheck is not getting bigger and bigger. Whew, yeah. Student loans. Student loans are also fixed, so most borrowers won't be impacted immediately by a rate hike. But if you have to borrow money for college, the interest rate on federal student loans taken out in 2022-2023 already rose to 4.99%, up from 3.73 last year and 2.75 in 2020 to 2021. Wow, that's just, education is becoming expensive. Even though it's obviously student loans, the cheapest of the loans that you could get, or one of the cheapest of the loans that you could possibly get. But yeah, super expensive, man. Super expensive. Okay, now we finally move to the next scene. Okay, cool. I'm just gonna take a break here, guys. We have been streaming for about 42 minutes, so let me just catch my breath, see what you guys are saying in the chat. Okay, guys. So let's talk about the Cardano hard fork. With Cardano, okay. So let's go into straight away what we have with Cardano. So just before we get into what actually happened, and its impact, let's talk about what happened. Yeah. So a hard fork is when participants on a blockchain decide to split the chain, as I talked about with Ethereum Classic and the now existing Ethereum, resulting in two versions of the same network or protocol. The Cardano hard fork aims to make the network much more scalable and improve the developer experience for Web3 developers to create decentralized apps on Cardano. So it's definitely a big bullish sign for Cardano. With its Basel or Basel, however you pronounce it, hard fork upgrade that happened 2 days ago or a day ago. My memory is so bad. Oh God! All right. So definitely very, 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 very bullish. And here's the thing. So Cardano's big day arrives as the long-awaited Basel hard fork is scheduled to be implemented today. Obviously, this is this week's news. So whales are taking notice as they seem to be accumulating ADA in the last-minute rush. According to Whalestat data, ADA is back among the top 10 purchased assets in the top 100. For the top 100 whales hours before the Basel upgrade. Whalestat. After the Basel has been operational for a few days, Plutus V2 is anticipated to go live following go live the following week. Due to the intricate modifications made to Cardano's ledger, scripting contracts will now be able to employ inputs and unspent transactions output, which will reduce the size of the transactions that previously caused latency. Okay, so basically what this is trying to say is with the Cardano, scalability. Yeah, so not every transaction has to have every goddamn thing on it. So that's what they're trying to do is by not having so much information on each transaction, it's scaling up its network. It's a huge win for Cardano. Okay, sorry. All right, so one more thing I just wanted to mention about Cardano. Where did that go? So even though Cardano is like has done well with this hard fork and managed to push the price higher and bring great enthusiasm to the Cardano ecosystem, the project still has a long way to go. Considering that the market conditions are still bearish, where prices are at like at the low for all major cryptocurrencies. So it's a very good thing that they've done this in the bear market for sure, no doubt about that. But there's the true potential of this you'll only see with the bear market, bull market coming in the next bull run. Yeah, still super bullish on Cardano. Definitely bullish. Definitely a project that I have great expectations from in the next bull run. All right. So now we come up to XRP. XRP has let's actually get some. Yeah, XRP. Okay, awesome. I'm loving this, guys. All right, so with XRP, what do we have as an update? Now, XRP has, so here's the thing. A lot of people have been speculating that the XRP lawsuit, the SEC lawsuit on XRP is coming to an end. The SEC may be changing its stance from XRP, changing its stance on XRP from a security to a commodity. So that means its jurisdiction might not be on XRP. It's definitely on a massive run right now. So as I mentioned earlier, very good time to take profits. You have to understand that we're in a bear market. Prices can go down, and you don't want to be on that same old broken tape recorder where, hey, I should have taken profits. Definitely do take your profits right now. Having said that, I'm still super bullish on XRP. I expect XRP to explode like a rocket in the next bull run, and I have big bags with XRP. So yeah. All right, I have a couple of things to share with you on XRP. Just trying to make sure that if I've got this right. Yeah. Okay, we can move to the next. There you go. Oh. So XRP price has begun pumping this week and could explode. Okay, 2 years ago, the court case began after the SEC sued Ripple, the company, the previous CEO Christian Larson, and the current CEO Brad Garlinghouse for having raised $1.3 billion through XRP and unregistered security. The news from the court case over the last few days has been suggested that XRP is in a strong position than previously thought and could well be en route on winning the court case against the SEC. As I mentioned, in order to be classified as a security, the SEC would have to prove that that Ripple had failed the Howey test. There are various ways that they could do this, but it would be important to show that XRP constitutes in Q4 of this year, as SEC has declared that the judge presiding over the case has enough information to make a decision without the case needing to go to court. And the XRP holders are optimistic that the XRP will not be ruled as a security. definitely this is just being dragged along. It's like that ex of yours who just doesn't want to go away. Okay, moving on. Brad Gallagher has made Ripple the crypto industry's unlikely champion. Very interesting. He has just come out there and ripped a new yes in the SEC. On Wednesday, Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse, Dr. Ryan Seekis, co-founder and CEO at Masari's annual conference Mainnet in New York City. He said, "Today I believe we are effectively building enterprise blockchain solutions. We started with cross-border payments. We sell to banks. We sell to financial institutions. We have billions of transactions going through RippleNet through XRP with the product we call on-demand liquidity." He added, "I think Ripple is one of the few truly scaled crypto use cases that actually is solving a problem. I agree. It's not a science experiment. It's not a testing phase. If anything, we're trying to throttle growth right now. The demand is outstripping really our ability to serve that demand right now. In Q2, which was obvious through a tough quarter for crypto at large, was a record quarter for Ripple." Amazing. Wait, now, but he also addressed the misconception that Ripple runs a lot of its infrastructures that powers the XRP ledger. Let's try to start with the facts. So today we have 155 validators on the XRP ledger. Ripple runs like 6 out of the 155 or something. There's been amendments passed on XRP's ledger that Ripple, the company, opposed. It's traditional open source software we can't control. Yes, sir. As for the SEC's lawsuit, as you may remember, on 22nd December 2020, the SEC announced that it had filed an action against Ripple Labs Incorporation and 2 of its executives, who I mentioned earlier, who are also significant security holders, alleging that they raised $1.3 billion through an unregistered security. Yeah. Honestly, it just sounds like a very bad relationship. XRP just is gonna win. SEC is just holding on to probably just keep say it in India, like don't get your nose cut. Just to keep some of the respect on. And they're just dragging this on and on and on. It's a classic case of you don't have any right to come and tell us what to do because you don't govern what we do. It's a commodity, not a security. So piss off. Okay, do we have one more XRP? Yes, we do have one more XRP article. Okay, as XRP rallies, some traders buy year-end bullish bets in the options market. Okay, the cryptocurrency ranked 5th by market value, traded at about 43 cents at press time. 28% growth. Obviously, it's grown more since this article's come out. Market leaders, Bitcoins and Ether were down. So, okay, here's what I wanted to. Yes, that's exactly what. So here's what I wanted to bring to your attention. The XRP rally indicates that the news or event-driven trading is the flavor of the season. Obviously, there's nothing else that's happening right now. Another sign: Atom rallied sharply earlier this month on expectations that the network Cosmos will announce the interchain security at September 26th conference, opening doors for the token to capture value from the entire network. Whew. Yeah. All right. Moving on to our final section, or final part of the agenda, is the Ethereum update. Obviously, Ethereum went through massive changes last week, moving from proof of work to proof of stake. As I've mentioned in one of my other videos, it's like it's like changing the engine of a car from petrol to diesel or diesel to petrol while the car is running at 100 miles per hour. So massive big up to the Ethereum team for finally going through with the merge, making it happen. I'm sure it was a lot of hard work. But a lot of people have said a couple of things to me. Before I just go into this article, I just want to mention that what's happening about the price of Ethereum? Why has it not gone up? Guys, you need to understand that there's a huge change that is coming to Ethereum. Ethereum is doing massively well, but this was just step one in its, actually not really step one, but it was one of the first few steps of Ethereum actually becoming the Ethereum that we know it will become. We just need to have some patience. Yes, Ethereum is going to explode because of the triple halvening, but not because of any of its other fundamentals which have become better. So once those start becoming better, scalability, most importantly, scalability, once that becomes better, then you're going to start seeing Ethereum's true potential explode. And, dare I say it, Ethereum to 100,000. Why not? So coming to this, Ethereum risks another 10% drop versus Bitcoin as $15.4 million exits ETH investment funds. Notably, Ether dropped considerably against the US dollar and Bitcoin after the merge. As of September 22nd, ETH USD and ETH BTC trading pairs were down by more than 20 and 17% respectively since Ethereum switched to proof of stake. Guys, this was kind of expected actually. If you think about it, with Ethereum's switched from proof of work to proof of stake, the miners that have just mined the last blocks, obviously, they have been selling, and the sell pressure has been quite a bit, and that's why the market has taken such a big hit. Again, it's going to stabilize. We can see it dip even below $1,000. If it is, I'm definitely buying some more ETH. Very good, very good price to buy. Okay, only 5 entities have produced 60% of the blocks so far. This is since the merge. The biggest share belongs to Lido DAO, an Ethereum staking service that has 4.19 million ETH deposited, or over 30% of the total amount staked into Ethereum's official POS smart contract. I am one of them. Independent market analysis tour Deester noted that Ether could continue its decline versus Bitcoin in the coming days, citing ETH's Bitcoin's previous reaction to key events in the Ethereum market as shown below. So you see here, it has launched the DAOs, the ICO crash. Then you have the NFTs and the DeFi upheld and the NFT and DeFi crash. Again, as I said, we need to just give Ethereum some time to breathe. Okay, it has had a major upgrade. Yes, we are going to see a huge push of Ethereum. We're actually going to see Ethereum almost to a point where maybe 70% of where its price should be. So if you think ETH should currently be valued at $10,000, which seems more realistic, and that would be my understanding, it should actually be valued at $7,000 right now, and the next bull run is what's going to get us there, and obviously it'll shatter that as well. So exciting times. All right, okay guys, so for now, that's all that we have for now. It has been a pleasure. I hope you guys have enjoyed this this show. Definitely do leave in the comments below what all do you want me to talk about. My delivery, obviously I'll start getting better and better. I just enjoyed doing this. There has been only one viewer, but hey, one viewer,